Wetzel.
Koe, when you were coming up, someone said to me, they said, hey, what songs do you want Koe to play? And I said, well, and I feel like, this is like my house. That's my domain. I choose what happens. And I said, I will let Koe tell me what he wants me to listen to. That's what I said.
Is that what you said?
That's what I said. I said, I will not tell Koe what to play. Koe will tell me what I want to listen to.
All right.
And I feel like that's where we are in our relationship.
Yeah, for sure.
That's respect.
I appreciate it.
Nothing. I saw Koe and I were in the same place, guys, a few weeks ago. Didn't matter what the place is.
I was gonna say, where was it?
well, you know me. It wasn't. And I could identify Koe from a mile away. I could hear where there's football on the screen ahead of us.
Yeah. Okay.
But I knew it was Koe from a mile away. And my wife's like, I think there's a pretty rowdy country singer up there. And there he was, Koe Wetzel. Dude, I'm a big fan.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's really good to see you again. Is it weird to have wild mainstream success now?
Not a whole lot's changed, to be honest with you. It's kind of just the same.
You don't feel it because it looks different, but you're in it, so maybe you don't see it being so different.
Yeah, I think we're just we've been so busy with everything. It's just kind of haven't really stepped back and taken a wider view of it. But yeah, I think nothing's really changed for us except for more interviews and less time getting to hunt.
Any grandmas coming to shows now? Are you starting to see like the?
Honestly, yeah, but they come to hear like High Road and Sweet Dreams and stuff off the new record, and then we have our rowdy show with all the older stuff and a lot of F-bombs, and their eyes are about this big around, and like, what do we get ourselves into?
They start flashing you. All the grandmas get into it. Yeah.
And they're not like biker grandmas, that would flash us. It's like old, nice, petite ladies, and then they're just kind of like, oh shit, should we leave? Should we stay here? So it's kind of.
They probably just move to the back a little bit, just in case they want to leave. And you have been doing this at a high level for a long time, but I would compare a bit to, because I'm a big fan of Red Clay Strays. Yeah. And I had them in 6 months ago, and I was like, guys, like, I didn't know you existed, and I didn't feel like you guys weren't doing dances on TikTok, but like somebody was smart enough to just record you playing music.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I became a fan through TikTok, but they were not a TikTok artist. You are not a TikTok artist because you've been doing this, but do you feel that has been a different instrument for people that like your kind of music to then love you?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, the way everything is going now, like you said, with the TikTok stuff, it's you having what they call the overnight successes, and it's definitely a real deal nowadays. And hell, I think I get thrown in that conversation as well, but they don't see the 10 years that we came up and, been grinding it out in Texas and all over the place. So, they can definitely relate to us, I guess, as much as the TikTok artists, but I don't know.
But I think TikTok artists is a weird thing. That's why I didn't want to put you in that club, because Red Clay Strays are not that.
Yeah.
Right? That's just somebody that my algorithm feeds me things like you, like Marcus King, like it's stuff like that, where then I'm going, oh, and also I was like, oh, Koe's nuts. Well, that's why I was also warned. I told Koe this in my house. He was the only artist I've ever been warned about coming to my house, and I'm like, what's he gonna do? Steal? Like, why not?
He's gonna loot.
Like what's about to happen? And then he came over, and it was like, and sure, I'm a little more muscular, a little meaner, but we definitely after you left, I was like, that's my dude,
my
like,
dog.
Did he take anything?
I don't, not that I know of yet. I haven't done like a full inventory check.
I was gonna say you hadn't looked early enough.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a couple questions. We spent an hour together, so I already know everything I need to know, but I got some stuff that I wrote down. This is a little deeper stuff, because I feel like you get pigeonholed into that's just crazy Koe, or I know after spending some time with you, like that's an intimate thing, an hour, just like sharing life stuff. Like I feel like for strategically, I'm sure for a while, like you're not offering up your deep emotions on stage, but I think you're a very emotional guy with many layers. So I wrote these questions down for you, Koe, because this is what I really want to know.
Lord.
What has gone really well in your life so far? Intimate questions with Koe.
Intimate questions with Koe. I don't know if y'all want to hear these answers. What's gone really well for me in my life? Man, I guess growth, honestly, is just kind of from where I was, starting out, musically, as far as, it doesn't have to be musically, but I think for me, just kind of going through all the rough patches that I have in my life, and then getting to where I am today, and being able to look back on them and look back on the, the things that I did wrong, and learning from the mistakes that I've made. And that's helped me musically, as a writer, as an artist, as a person. So,
Question 2, deep questions with Koe. If your next 5 years were a chapter in a book, what would that chapter be about?
The next 5 years?
What would you want it to be about?
About how the empire started to grow. The start of the show, basically. Like working up to this ultimate goal, and then getting there, and then kind of starting to fill out all the kinks, layering everything out and being like, all right, step 1's pretty much over with, how everything started to come to fruition.
Final intimate question with Koe. What makes you feel most alive?
Man, alone time. Yeah.
To recharge?
Yeah, just to kind of reflect on everything. Like, since I've been out in the woods a lot here in the last couple of weeks, and so I was talking to my family the other day, and I was just like, whenever I'm out in the woods and I'm hunting or doing whatever, it just kind of gives me a lot of time to reflect on everything and kind of reset everything. And so I enjoy my alone time a lot because I'm always around people, even whenever I'm back home, so getting to spend time away from all the craziness and stuff that's kind of came along with where we're at right now. It's pretty special to me. So,
do you feel pressure to be Koe Wetzel at times whenever you're doing private life?
Not really. My mom, she always wants me to take her out to dinner and stuff, and I know, and I do sometimes, but I don't know. Sometimes it's kind of overwhelming at times, but it's not terrible about it. Like I've always said, I'd rather it be that than to have nobody listen to what I got to say and, just sitting at the house. So,
well, your parents, you don't have to be specific. What they do growing up, when you were growing up?
My dad, he had a lot of different jobs. He drove trucks. He's worked road construction for the last 20 years or so. My mom, she worked for the bank for a while. She's been with the school for, I don't know, close to 20 years now. So, just kind of skipped around on jobs.
I asked that to set up this next question, and I'm happy to bleep out the next question. But it was to say that you are not a guy with a silver spoon that was put in your mouth at all.
No,
You've anything that you have earned, and you have grinded it out, right? And it's funny to hear because at times, the same thing has been said in a different way about me. Wow, what an overnight success! And it's like, bro, I've been killing myself for 15 years to be an overnight success. So everything that you have is earned. You trying to buy an airplane? I heard you were trying to buy an airplane.
The airplane?
Yeah. Man. I got a call. Ask if I knew you. Somebody trying to sell you an airplane. You trying to buy an airplane?
Man,
okay, we'll leave it there. That's good enough.
We'll leave it there.
That's a good enough answer.
Yeah.
See, that's what I like. See, this guy's killing it, and he did it all. Like, he's just grinding it out. Yeah, I got a low call. Don't worry about that, though. Yeah, that's all good.
We'll take a
yeah, get a drink of water. Get a drink of water. Yeah, we'll talk about that. So here's what I want to say. I want to say a couple things. First of all, by the way, who knew you were all Christmassy?
Man, I'm a man of mystery, man. There's, like you said, a lot of layers. That's one of them. Even before Thanksgiving, I think November hits, dude. I'm into it.
Big at the house when you were growing up? Your mom make a big deal about it?
Yeah, very, very big holiday. Mom's really big into it. My pops is too. It's like I said, we didn't have a lot growing up, but they made sure every Christmas that it was super special, So, big Santa guy, man.
Yeah.
Love Christmas.
EP Koe Wetzel presents Wetzel's Wonderland Chapter 2. The current song that is crushing it is High Road. I mean, congratulations. About to be number 1. No denying it. I know you're going to play a little something. I appreciate you playing. I know it's early in the morning. Yeah. If you guys don't mind, you want to introduce your player here?
Yeah, this is Josh Arado from Gonzales, Texas. Been with me for, 3 years, 4 years? We've known each other forever. And,
4 years, but to him, it felt like 40. He's like, yeah, 4. yeah.
With him, yeah, same over here with me, with him. But
Yeah, well,
no,
let's do it up.
Yeah.
Koe Wetzel's here. I'm a big fan. We mentioned earlier, and it was a joke because someone did say, "Hey, Koe's coming over. Be careful." And I was like, "What does that even mean?" And then again, a joke, and I love you, but you didn't steal anything. I just want to make sure everybody knows that you didn't steal anything. But there was a story about an HVAC guy stealing your stuff.
yeah.
What the heck happened,
dude? So every time I come home, I'm a big watch collector, so I've got a couple watches at the house. And I get home, first thing I do, unpack, and I usually take 2 or 3 watches with me on the road because we're gone for months at a time, So I get home and I've got my case, I pull it out, and I got them where they are, where I know they are all the time, right? So I'm putting my watches in, I'm like, I'm missing 1 or 2. And I've always got them, getting, rewound or cleaned or something. So it's not unnormal for me to have them gone somewhere. Anyway, I'm calling everybody. I'm like, hey, are my watches gone? Like, did I give you a watch to take to somebody? And they're like, no, don't know what you're talking about. So I start freaking out. I start calling everybody. Nobody can figure out where they're at. And as I'm on the phone with my manager, because he usually takes them and gets them cleaned or whatever, I noticed another watch is missing. I'm like, what in the hell's going on? So then I start doing like a clean sweep of the house. I had, X amount of money gone, just little stuff. I'm just like, man, this is weird. So I put on Instagram or Twitter or whatever. I was like, I can't stand a thief. And when that's going on, man, there's so many things going on through your head or whatever, and I have get-togethers at the house, but nobody, really goes to my room. It's kind of one of those deals. And so it's just all these things are going through your head. Well, the next day, the HVAC place called me, and I forgot that I had the new digital thermostats put in. And one was put in my room. And the guy called me. He was like, hey, we fired a guy the other day, and we had a suspicion that he's been stealing stuff. And we were like, what? It wouldn't be a couple Rolexes and some cash, right? And he goes, well, we've got one of the Rolexes. The other one is we're working on getting. We don't have the cash, but we've got cologne, some Gucci glasses, some slippers. So this dude just went in and like ransacked my whole bedroom, bro.
Wait, you have Gucci slippers?
Gucci slippers.
Oh,
I don't know if they were Gucci slippers, but Gucci shades. Like I was like, how does a guy like walk out with all this stuff?
Hey,
right?
same, bro.
Okay.
No, I'm with you. I'm not letting you hate on him.
I know, but
I'm pulling mine out. I'm not letting you hate
That's
on them.
the
Yeah,
same
go
one.
ahead. I stole them. They're mine.
sorry,
Anyway.
Cole. I mean, Cole's vibe is like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't picture him in that.
But just like I'm just imagining, and then he goes through my liquor cabinet. He stole like 2 or 3 bottles of really nice liquor too, and so I was just like, I'm trying to picture this dude leaving my house with all this, carrying all this stuff, because he was with like 2 other dudes, like, and it was mind blowing. I finally, we got with the cops, whatever, got everything back, and it was like, well, here's this, they have everything marked. Cologne.
You got it back?
I got most of it back. I never got my cash back, but he pawned one of the Rolexes for it's like a one of one. It's like a custom Rolex. And he pawned it. I think he got like $1,200 for it.
Oh my god.
That's what I said. I was
God.
like,
Wait, so can you go get it back though?
Yeah, it's stolen property. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know who takes the hit? The pawn.
The pawn shop.
Yeah.
Dude.
But I'm
that
sure they
is
have insurance
so
for that.
wild. I was
depends.
blown away.
As someone who's been around a lot of pawn shops, it
But
just
like,
depends.
if you're a pawn shop and it's what would you say? It was one of one, but is there anything that would indicate that it's yours on there at all, like engraved?
I mean,
Oh no.
I think we just hit up every pawn shop around there, and they're like, have you got a Rolex recently? And yeah, it was.
Dang, dude, that
It's
sucks.
insane, man. Yeah.
Nobody else will be coming to my house.
No.
After
I
that,
know.
I'll be doing my own HVAC on YouTube.
But I have, I had pistols laying around. And he just grabbed, like I said, cologne, shades,
it's the walkout.
bottles of liquor.
Yeah,
like
it's the
weird.
walkout with that someone robbed my house once
Yeah.
too, right? And
Yeah.
I just can't imagine how they got out with all this stuff unless they were making multiple trips in and out. And I'm like, how ballsy to just go in and out, like just grabbing stuff and like loading up and going back for another round.
I was, and it sucked too because, like I said, you don't want to accuse anybody, but you just start thinking like, all right, who's been at the house? And it sucks to ask people about it because you don't want to be an asshole, but at the same time, it's like I'm just trying to figure out where the stuff is, So, but it was felt very violated. You know, it was really creepy. You know.
Well, I'm glad that's over.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's what you get for
Yeah,
trying to upgrade the thermostat.
I was like, so and we found out who did it. I was like, I just want the address, you know.
That's why you don't go digital thermostat. Okay, you stick with the air conditioning unit in the window.
For real. With some tinfoil.
Yes. You guys follow at Koe Wetzel Music. Congrats on the song. Congrats on everything.
Man, I appreciate it.
Love seeing you, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Absolutely.
All right, there's Koe Wetzel, everybody.
It's a Bobby Bones Show.